It really is. And I've kind of fallen in. What's amazing is that I've fallen into this, not by accident.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not.
But by purpose.
100%.
And not realizing what I was falling into was purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and now I realize that. Now I can look back in hindsight, and although I only live in the moment, and that's something for people that I can share with you as well. I live not in the past, and I don't live in the future. I live in the moment by moment reality where nothing is wrong, moment by moment. I take life in extra small bites because, gosh, I was eating a lot of life for a long time, and I got greedy and gluttonous with life, and that's when I got sick. That's when everything changed. That's when the law enforcement door shut, and this new, more awakened door opened, and now I find it hard to remember those days in that uniform. I can only see today. And so I encourage the caregivers and anyone looking to slow their life down. I encourage them to live moment by moment in the present, right here. And that's the way I've learned to live. And what a blissful, blissful state of silence and beauty that is. So anyone who would like to walk with me in the lifestyle that I know now, they can go to my website, shadesofbroken.com, or the Facebook group that I have, and message me. I would love to hear from you. Listen, even if it's just to say hello, I'm curious about something you said on the show that I heard. Ask me the questions. It doesn't cost you anything to ask me a question. And I'm really excited to help you. Whoever you are, you know who you are. I'm really excited to become a part of your life and to have you become a part of my life, just as the three of you as the hosts of this show are now a part of my life, and I'm so thankful for that.
Well,
we're glad
well,
you
of
came
course.
No, we all
Thank
do
you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
All together now.
You're very welcome.
Really, it has been the most blessed experience explaining my story to you and having you see me as I am today, but knowing where I came from and why that is who I am today. It requires that story, which I don't go back to because, as I say, I don't live in the past. But for the sake of programs that like yours, we have to tell the whole story in order for people to kind of get an accurate picture of where you have to go if you're in a similar stuck position.
Well, I think the advantage is that it gives people an understanding of where you had come from, what you had passed through, and where you are now. So,
yes,
in a manner of speaking, it provides an introduction without the necessity of it being retold again.
Yes, absolutely. I appreciate you saying that, Richard. I actually, I wrote a book, and the book is called Shades of Broken, and it's my entire life story. And I wrote it for two reasons. One, because I feel it's an important background to be told of how I was and where I've come from. But it really, beyond such great programs as this, I can hand people my life story in a book and say, you'll get more out of that book, and it's not a big read. But it's once you get into it, you'll be riveted by the nuances of the experiences that I've had and how they've changed me. And I talk about that night, trying to get that violent offender under arrest, and I talk about what that did to me mentally, and I take you through that journey up until this point. And so that's on my website as well. If anybody's interested in getting and purchasing a book there, I would be happy to send that out to you, no problem at all. And I guarantee you that it will even give you more perspective, even more than what we've been able to cover here in the 2 hours.
May I ask if you're in your 50s? Because I'll be 70 this year. I'm an old lady.
goodness.
I hope to be sage elder, yeah. So sage elder,
yeah,
we're called in the clan of the tribe.
Absolutely, yes. I'm 52.
Okay, good. I heard you say children. How old are your children?
Yeah, I've got 4 wonderful boys, and they range in ages from 27 down to 11.
Oh.
My goodness.
Yeah.
That's a long spread.
That's a long time. It really is, between kids. And, my youngest one has been my greatest teacher in my life. He is autistic, and he challenges me every day to be better.
I picked that out. I was going to say that.
Were you?
I saw him different. I don't know how to explain it. That anytime there is a challenge, whether it's a behavior or something, I always figure there's something in there, and then the person will tell me more, and then I'll tell them something, and they're like, how did you know? I don't know how to explain it. I just do. Like if we were sitting down talking, and you just say you have 4 boys, I'd say, and then you'd say something to me, and it just comes right through, and I would tell you after. And you go, how did you know that? There's no, I can't explain it. I just do. That's part of the gift. It's amazing, But he challenges you in certain great ways, so you learn a lot from him. Hello? Is anybody there?
Oh, I'm still here.
Is Shane there?
Shane, are you here?
Hello?
Yes, I was just sharing that my gift with being a psychic advisor, a person, and reading people. I usually pick up when people tell me they are children, the problem children. I just can't explain it. They'll say, how do you know? I just know, and I'll just say something and I tell them, and then like, yes, you're right. How did you know that? Can't explain it. But he challenges you in some wonderful ways that you learn every day about him and more about him and how to deal with him.
Yes, because the sign, and I'm sure you recognize it as well. The sign for autism is a puzzle piece,
yes.
And it's such an applicable symbol for autism, because you really never know what you're going to get. And all my children, we get along great, but really my youngest one, he puts the best lessons in front of me to learn from.
Oh yes, he does.
And he isn't where I am. He isn't really into the spiritual part yet. He calls it Daddy's weirdo stuff.
He's way on top. He knows what's happening. He does.
Absolutely, he does. And you know something, as a child, as the youngest child, he and I we learn together on a level that requires sometimes no words even. You know, it's really exceptional. And what I love is now in schools here in our province, they're starting to bring in meditation. They're starting to bring in
I love
yoga.
That. I'm so into that because I believe that would take the stress, the anxiety away from a lot of little children. A lot.
Yes.
And I think sometimes when you're going through stuff in your family, your life experiences, changes, whatever, that can really, really be a wonderful thing because I did yoga in high school, and all I could remember is positivity, sleeping well, just feeling lighter and happier, more peaceful, more optimistic, changing your outlook on life, you know. So I can only see it doing great things.
I need to interject here that we're about out of time. So, Melinda, if you would like to, throw a shout-out in regards to how people can contact you or whatever, you're welcome to do so.
Okay. All right, then, Richard. Okay, Melinda T. D'Amico. I am on LinkedIn, Melinda T. D'Amico @gmail.com. That's one way you can reach me. And, again, Melinda T. D'Amico @gmail.com. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome, and we appreciate you, Shane, and all that you've shared with us. Lots and tons of insight. As you say, you can say a thought or voice an emotion, and people just pick up on it and know exactly, how to relate to and so forth.
Absolutely. And let me say to all of you a heartfelt thank you. And what an honor and a pleasure it is to have met today and connected with each of you. And what a wonderful talk. I can't believe the 2 hours has gone.
Yes, it's so true. I can't believe the time flies by. It just comes and goes.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yes, it
absolutely. Yes, it does. And I want to thank you all again. And I hope this isn't the last time we all talk. I've really enjoyed myself. And thank you to your listeners as well for listening to me talk.
You're most welcome, and we've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I hope we can have you. I hope we can have you back.
Oh yes, I would love to have you talk again.
Thank you.
So, if you have a certain topic you'd like to carry or have us cover you live on the air, and we get out to all types of places, I'm absolutely amazed. I spent 9 years finding where to put podcasts and blog talk, and I think I've outdone myself because so many people say they see us all over. But right here at Blog Talk Radio, Shane, is where we record in New York, and we appreciate you coming and being a part of our ACO club. Richard is our honorary president. And, folks, if you'd like to join, you can let me know at TJ Morris Agency, TJMORRIS Agency, AGENCY, @gmail.com, or RTKnight35 @gmail.com, RTKNIGHT, for those of you listening, and for this to be the recording for Shane, and so he can go back and listen. And Melinda D'Amico uses melindad854 @gmail.com. So we know those are the ones we get our email. If you're interested in joining us, if you're an author or life coach, that's who we are sponsoring right now on our American Communications Online. And they pay the bills for me right now because they are me. But so if you'd like to donate, it's TJ Morris ET Radio on PayPal. That's paypal.me/TJ Morris ET Radio. And that's 9 years of not covering the bills, but I did the best I could. And this one hangs on. But I do pay Spreaker to put it out and distribute it for me so I don't have to punch all the buttons on YouTube, because it used to take a long time to load this stuff. So now I pay money out to get us more distributed. So, Shane, I can tell you this will be on Spotify. We're owned by iHeart. iHeart bought Vox Nest, that bought Spreaker, that bought Blog Talk. So there you go.
Oh, wow.
Those are big names.